Hey everyone, welcome back to the Neo Marketing Podcast. Kyle Golding here with my partner Rich Pritchard, and today we're going to talk about don't wait on perfection. Welcome to the weekly Neo Marketing Podcast, featuring one half of the Golden Goose C-Suite, Kyle Golding, and Rich Pritchard, APR PRSA Fellow. So Pritch, I know you've heard this before. I hear it all the time. I actually hear it two different ways. Perfect is the enemy of done, or perfect is the enemy of good. And I used to hate that. I used to think, no, perfection and don't settle for good. I always thought that the idea of good was settling. But today, modern technology, the way communication's happening, especially marketing, you don't have to be perfect, but You do have to start.
You got to be out there.
That's
What
right.
I tell my students is perfection is the mortal enemy of good enough. And there is such a thing as good enough.
Yes.
If you wait to get that it's the Verizon commercial, right? 2% difference or 1% difference. I mean, the amount of effort to get that extra 1% so that it is perfect, not worth the time and effort.
Things move fast these days. Ideas aren't anything without execution.
Right.
I can tell you, I got 10 ideas that someone else has jumped up and ran with. Some of them made some pretty good money, but they did it and I didn't, so
Right.
I can't complain.
Right.
I can be sad about it, but I can't complain.
Right.
There are a lot of people sitting home right now listening to this podcast, watching this video, and they have ideas. They want to start a business. They want to do a side hustle. They want to become an artist and quit their day job, whatever it is they want to do, and they keep waiting for the perfect moment.
Right.
Maybe it's even propose to your significant other or decide if you want to have kids. I mean, anything in life where you're just waiting for that perfect moment, there's no such thing.
There is no such thing.
In this case, I don't know about the getting married and having babies part, but
Right.
when it comes to starting a business or trying to create a product that you could wrap a business around or something like this, or doing something with your career, self-branding, etc., just start.
There's no better time than the present.
That's right. The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The next best time is today.
Today. Exactly.
I talk to people all the time, and because of what we do, they're always telling me like, hey, I got this idea, I want to do a business, I want to go to my own, I think I'm smarter than my boss, whatever it is. And then a year later I run into them and they're still in that same job they hate and they haven't done the thing.
Right.
And I don't want to see people do that. I want to see people execute on their ideas, even if they fail, because you'll learn and you'll be better at it. And the next time you do it, you'll be better at it. If you go out there, put your neck out there, risk and reward.
Right.
Got to have a risk if you want a reward.
Right.
But you won't get any of that if you don't start.
Right. Exactly.
It all starts somewhere. Today, with digital channels, with digital marketing, with social media, your website, with blogs, with video blogs, with podcasts, etc., people don't hold you accountable for a lack of perfection in episode 1 through 100. Everyone is excited about things like Gary Vee and Casey Neistat and people like this right now. Go back and look at their early stuff.
Take a look at the early stuff.
It wasn't great.
Right.
They made mistakes. They made failures. I love Gary Vee has kept all that stuff up where people could see it so that you can learn from that as well. Just get started. You don't have the perfect camera. You don't have the perfect room like this with all of this equipment. Just get your cell phone out and get started. You'll get better. You'll get your practice in. People will be listening and connecting with you. You'll create your audience, your atmosphere that you create around you. And that's going to shape you and move you forward. And eventually when you do get a better camera and you have more audience, and maybe you can even start getting paid for it, you're going to be so much better and so much more prepared if you just waited to find that opportunity.
Right, exactly. It's the revolution is getting started and then it becomes evolution.
Right. But then the flip side is you have to be patient.
Oh yeah.
You can't execute one time, you can't do one podcast, one video show, one blog, and wait for the checks to roll in.
Right. The old expression, Rome wasn't built in a day.
No. In today's market, in today's media atmosphere, consistency and repetition is where it comes from. You have to keep doing what you do over and over and over again and demonstrating your expertise. Whether you're a fashion blogger or you're a marketing person like us, if you're in entertainment, if you sing songs, if you write songs, if you're a poet, whatever it is you do, you can't do once and wait for it. You have to do it over and over, all day, every day. You have to wait for people's reactions to it and then adjust. When people love what you're doing, keep doing that. When they're not paying attention to it, move to something that they are. Experiment, do things. You're gonna throw away some stuff, but it's okay.
Well, and if you find something that works, you also have to stay alert to the fact that it might not always work.
You
Because
can't
things
fall in
change.
love with it.
Can't fall in love with it. You have to be able to blow it up every once in a while.
At some point, someone was the coolest dude on MySpace.
Right, and may still be.
There were some bands that were killing it on MySpace a few years ago,
Right.
who now are finding other ways to connect with their audience.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the idea of how they built their audience on MySpace is how they had to move over and do it on Facebook, and how you do it on Twitter, and now Instagram, and on video, and whatever comes next.
Right.
Facebook is going hard into video shows. That may then be the next thing, and maybe the next marketing avenue for someone, in the way that someone makes a connection, the way that someone gets a next big TV
Right.
gig or a movie,
Right.
even.
Well, even in this space, video is content that people are clamoring for and very popular, but this is passive audio too, so
Right.
that's making a comeback. So you have to be aware. You have to
And I
pay
think that'll
attention.
play itself out too eventually. The passive audio thing is going to come and go the way podcasts were big 4 or 5 years ago, and then they dropped
Right.
off, and now they're back.
Now they're back.
At some point, it'll peak. It'll
Right.
go away. Video. We all thought we'd have Google Glass in our
Right.
face, and like putting
Right.
stuff straight into our brain. It's not happening yet. Eventually, it might. AI is happening. Virtual reality is happening. All these things. So, at some point, we're gonna have to get a camera that you can watch this in virtual reality or in a headset or 3D.
Right.
And the 3D cameras, man, that technology, the price is coming way
Stuff
down.
is amazing.
It's becoming accessible to
Yeah.
software,
Yeah.
etc. I can very much see a time very near in the future where we're doing this podcast with a 360 camera.
360.
And instead of switching back and forth the way we do, the viewer themselves can go back and forth. And it's going to be soon. I guarantee within the next 18 months, going to happen. That price is going to be consumer level. We'll be doing it because it'll just be more interesting than
Sure.
a dynamic edited piece like this.
Yeah.
But this is pretty cool for where we are right now. 2 years ago, you couldn't do this on the fly. or
Exactly.
whatever. That's right.
And 20 episodes ago,
we
were guessing.
We were making it up as we went along, and now
Exactly.
we're getting better and better at it. Now we're
Hopefully.
doing shows for other people.
Right.
Amazing. And only 20 in, and I had in my head to do 100. That was
Right.
my patience.
Right.
Was do it for a year
And see what
and see
happens.
what happens. The fact that we're getting some connection, and thank you guys for the connections. And keep hitting us up on social media, sending us emails, growth@thegoldengroup.com. All the things you guys are doing, we appreciate the input and the fact that you guys are connecting to it. And if there's something specific we say that you love, please let us know, because we'll keep pounding that down. And if there's something you disagree with, let us know too. We'll have a discussion. Maybe we'll all be better for it at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So there you go, folks. Here's the idea: is you can't just wait for perfect. You have to get started. Good is good enough. Always strive for perfection from there. You got to keep improving, keep moving.
Right.
Things are going to change. You'll get better at it, but then the market, the audience, the technology, it's all going to change. You got to flow with it. You can't be too rigid about it. And if you get into the process,
Right.
and if you get focused on the process and not the end result, you're going to create results for yourself.
Yeah, don't let perfection be the barrier.
No, don't let it. So until next time, good luck.
Ciao.